Alright, hi everyone, welcome back.
It's my channel. Alright, hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I have a special guest with me, my old and beloved friend, Eden the doll. Well, you're not even like my friend, she's like my mom.
I'm literally her mother.
It's like a thing now. It's like, there's like trans mom, trans sister, so I guess she's
I'm
my
actually
mom.
her drag mother.
I know you're drag queens.
I mean, I'm not, you are, you know what I mean?
Are you kidding, bitch? I'm not a drag queen.
We're here, we're queer, we're trannies, and we're here to
You can't say the word trannies. Apparently that word's offensive. Like, apparently, I just found out that word's really offensive. I mean,
to everyone who isn't trans. But to trans people, they don't give a fuck.
They really don't. It's people who, it's usually the other party who always gets offended about everything. Like it's always the other party. But
okay,
today, so today I want to talk about, actually we want to discuss something that has been kind of just like an empty, like, it's there, but like no one, you never talked about it, I never talked about it. It just kind of just was floating around space and just like was just there.
So Elena and I went out yesterday, and everyone's really surprised that we were actually hanging out for once, because we haven't really hung out consistently in like how long, maybe like a few years.
I want to say a few years.
But we do see each other maybe once every 2 to 3 months, right?
Well, I mean, recently it's been getting better.
It's been getting better, like at least once a month, if
at
not
least
more,
once a month, if not more. Yeah.
But in the past, like the past 3 years, it went from every day to once a week to once a month.
Oh, wait, we really did hang out every day. Like, we literally had a new vlog every day.
Yeah,
and we would literally like...
we were daily vloggers.
No, we literally would just get together and just like, okay, so what do you want to do? Like, we just wanted to go do something to like capture something.
We just wanted to be together, you know? And like, we were both so young, and we literally transitioned together, and like, it was, I mean, we were like sisters.
We were
inseparable.
Yeah, and it was like, you knew Eden, you knew Elena, you knew Elena, you knew Eden. It was just like, we were the iconic duo. We were like,
even to this day.
We were the start of it, basically.
Evidently, you know, as everyone knows, our friendship kind of, you know, shifted since then. And last night we kind of had like a, you know, we had the talk finally, because we both have been avoiding this. Well, not really both of us, but one of us was avoiding this conversation for a very long time.
It's just awkward. It's just awkward to talk about, but we thought we would give you guys the explanation because it's the least you guys deserve.
Yeah, and on her channel, because I mean,
no, bitch, we're not fucking gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
She doesn't want me to get views, guys.
It just makes sense, you know. You were introduced in my channel. Our friendship was, you know, published through our channel, so why not it be talked about through our channel? So basically, we were really close around 2016. That was when the start of like our careers, and just like
2015.
No, I think it was 2016.
No, because I met you in 2015. Basically, we met because I had watched one of her videos during her prime, and she really like. I had already started transitioning. I probably started maybe 6 months before her, so I had already like. I was a little bit ahead of her, if that makes sense, you know? So I was always a little bit ahead, so I could teach her a little something, but I wasn't so ahead that I wasn't able to, I was able to learn with her, if that makes sense. You know?
No, we did everything together for sure.
But basically, I DM'd her, and we hung out the day afterwards, and...
We literally did. I was like, where are you? You're like, Downey, and I was like, I don't know what that is, but cool, this is where I am, come see me, and you're like, there. Like, you were like late all the time, but when she was in, so here's how it works. LA's up here, Downey is like halfway point to LA, and then there's me in like Orange County. And so when she was in Downey, she was a midway, like halfway point, so like she was way closer to me than I was. So we saw each other like every day, and like we did so many things together because we were so close. And the main reason why her and I kind of drifted apart was because when she moved to Beverly Hills, it definitely was like, she was really far, I wasn't driving, and I wasn't gonna Uber like round trip 130 like all the time.
No, that wasn't the reason.
Honey, yes, it was the main reason why we drifted.
It was not distance.
It was
the main
distance.
reason was because you changed as a person. And we talked
It's always gonna be me changing as a person.
I think your audience saw it, I think I saw it, and I think the whole world, like I think everyone in your life saw it, that you did change very much from when I met you to...
I will admit I had a lot of like...
big life change, and during that time, you know, I had a boyfriend for 2 years, and then she had a boyfriend for 1 year after that, and she changed a lot. I changed a lot too. I obviously became an adult, and like, you know, I met friends, she met new friends, and like, you know, slowly but surely we just drifted because we just ended up becoming different people from who we were back then. But we always kept in contact because
at the end of the day, like, I think the reason why I kept calm is because like no matter what,
we have that like
the reason why I like would always hit you up like here and there is because like I can tell anyone anything, but like it wouldn't be something if I tell you because you're home to me, you know, like when I tell you things, it's like, oh my god, I can't stop eating this because it's like you're home, you're where it's like safe, and it's like anything I tell you, I know won't be repeated to anyone else because at the end of the day, it's like you're mine, you know, and like no one has contact with you, and it's like that's something that like I will have forever is like eating the doll, you know, like I don't talk about her like going off to anyone. It's just like eating the doll is mine, just like how I'm hers, you know. So it's like when I tell her things, it's like I'm more excited to tell her than I am anyone else because it's like regardless of how much like we dislike each other sometimes, or like if like you and I like definitely had our moments where it's just like, oh, I can't stand that bitch.
We've
or,
had
like,
our falling outs, but at the end of the day, we always will be like, you will always be my meme list where I'm like, I'm gonna have a meme to send, I'm still gonna send it to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So even if I haven't spoken to this bitch in 4 months, I'll send her the meme because it's just.
Okay, so what is the reason as to why we're not friends? So eating the doll, if I want to ask you, so why aren't you and Elena, like why did you guys have falling out? And you just answer like shortly, what would you say?
Because Elena changed as a person. She became a very jealous person when I met new people. And
excuse me, bitch? You got mad when I hung out with new people.
Because I met a new child, and then you what did you do?
Let's not forget, your new child looked exactly like your old child, me. Your new child literally was a replacement of me because you're
okay, but it kind of changed our dynamic because we added a third person to the group, and she wasn't okay with that. And in the long run, I wasn't okay with that because that third person was only there for a short time, you know. They were just temporary. They weren't a permanent person.
Oh wow, that third person really fucked us up. Now that I'm thinking about it, it was it really got, because I'm really territorial, you know. So I was like, oh, who the fuck's this bitch? Like, ugh, like, you know, like little short Asian tranny bitch. Like, oh, how dare eating the doll, you know? Like, oh, I remember.
How do I word this? Like, it was more so me trying to help girls out and lead them in the right direction. And, judging by my mistakes so you guys don't do them, and just like I helped her and I wanted to help someone else, and then after that it just all became like a big mess. And after the third person left the picture, we kind of were in a weird place, you know.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't anything like how it was all the time, because like there was a little bit of trust that was gone, and it was just like it definitely was really awkward. So we weren't as close as how we used to be because of that third person.
And then 10 minutes. When that third person left, I ended up getting a boyfriend that lasted 2 years.
Mm-hmm. And so of course,
and when you're in a relationship, it's like
that's all your priority is your relationship, you know. So like I completely understood that, you know. I still made time to talk to her. I still made time to hang out with you, which we did, and yeah. And
then once we broke up, she met a guy literally the same month, like the same week, and they were together for a whole year.
Yeah, and so like now you were alone, and so like when she always made this thing where she was like, we can never be whores together, because we were whores together when we first met, and then after that we just never could be, because when you had a boyfriend I was single, and then when I was single, or when I was taken, you were single, and you were like, oh, I just want to be whores with Elena again, but like.
And so basically this is the only time now that we are both single and we are both able to continue our friendship from 2015, because we don't have anyone in the way. There's no third person. There is no boy in the way, and you know, I have my own place. She's an adult now. She's 20 years old. Like,
oh my god, I'm old.
I don't have to ask your parents for permission anymore. Like, it's such a different friendship now, because before you were 16.
And here's another thing too. I wasn't driving before, so I was always Ubering everywhere. So now it's like I can come to you whenever I want.
Yeah, she came to me today.
Yeah, she literally drive away, and I learned the freeway, so that was definitely pretty fun for me.
Another big reason too is because she wanted to go to school and continue her and become a hairstylist and stuff. And
I remember that. I was in beauty.
We had different aspirations.
Yeah.
And she had to be in school full time.
Mm-hmm. So I was in Cosmo School for a whole year. So I was a whole year. My life was dedicated to Cosmo School. It was from 8 a.m. to 4:30. So I had no time to do anything. And that was literally one whole exact year. Like I started October 9 and I finished October 9. So it was like my life was literally dedicated to that. So it was just like the only time I ever had to myself was the weekend, and I did not want to drive all the way up here because at the time I didn't learn the freeway yet. And so I was driving, but I couldn't learn the freeway to go to her. And I was like, oh, Eden. So whenever we hung out, she would have to drive down. But then once I finished Cosmo School, I learned the freeway, and now I'm up here all the time. We're gonna move in with you, girl.
But basically, she wanted to be in school, and like I wanted to continue my career in YouTube and becoming a beauty influencer and makeup and stuff. So we both wanted to go different routes. We both wanted to go different routes, and it just at the time it just wasn't the right place. But you know what? Regardless, like if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
And we didn't have obviously we weren't that passionate about our friendship because in the long run, as much excuses as we give you guys, we're just giving ourselves excuses because if we really cared about each other, like we would have made more effort, and we wouldn't put a boy in front of our friendship. We wouldn't let another person in front of our friendship. We would just we should have cared more, and that's the honest truth is that I honestly didn't care enough, and you didn't care enough.
We both just kind of let it die,
Yeah, I mean, you more so than me, but yeah.
Excuse me, bitch, what? No, we just both let it die.
You know what, it is what it is, and in the long run, guys, yes, we are here admitting to you guys that we weren't as close, and that our friendship was in trouble, but you know what, we're fixing it, and I think we're living proof that you can pick up the pieces and continue with what you have, and probably, who knows, maybe now we can make it stronger,
Yeah.
Maybe now as adults we can actually grow our friendship into something that it probably never could have been at that time, because no matter what, everything happens for a reason, and God puts us in these situations for a reason. And you weren't meant to be in my life those years, and I wasn't meant to be in yours,
Yeah. Oh, my little Eden doll, you'll always be home to me.
It's
no, that's how it is.
Just have friends.
No, true friendship. You can I can see you. I cannot see you for 10 years. The time that I see you again, it's oh my god, go so it's none of it went away. Even though we stopped talking, it's just when we get together, it's whenever Eden and I we're not whenever we have our little fallout, it's always horrible because you throw shade on camera or on Snapchat. You'll be throwing little shade here and there. You have a snap.
Were you the one making fun of my breakup video? With your boyfriend?
No, bitch. I just ate it. That's it. I literally was recording myself, watching
saying, oh, can't wait for this shit show. Well,
I never said, honey, I can.
Camera.
Oh, you want to go down this road?
But you know what? No, it's not because
I remember I'm gonna edit that.
No one gives a fuck about our.
That didn't make the edit, Elena. So make sure.
It's go to Target and fucking have fights or
fighting. We did a Walmart this time.
Or go chasing random guys in the street. Oh god, girl, we were crazy.
No, we were whores. Of course, we were literally whores because we were just oh my god, we never get men before, so it's ah.
So we're single now and we're ready to mingle and.
Well, I mean that's debatable, but.
I mean,
give me 5 months. Okay, well, to be honest,
at the time,
when her and I didn't when we had our fallout, the only thing that kept us still talking was our past. We had I went to hair school, and she pursued social media, and so by that point it was just different routes, but we still kept contact because the one thing we had in common and the one thing we would always talk about when we were together is our past, and so that was what kept us going.
Yeah. So. You guys, if you guys have friends out there that you fell out of just because for no apparent reason, when I really think about it, even with the third person and everyone else in my life, I don't really have that many people that I fell out of for a specific reason. It was all because even right now as we're talking, we can't really think of a reason.
Yeah.
We just kind of fell out, and that's basically what happens, and most of the time, the people I don't talk to right now, there's no real reason.
Yeah, just people get busy.
That's just what happens, and with time it just. But you guys, if you guys have any friends that are in the similar situation as us, reach out to them, tell them you love them, and maybe.
Because a text means a lot,
Yeah, so thank you for having me on your channel. Oh my god, I'm so honored. I can't believe I'm back here.
Oh my god.
I'm back to where I first. This was my debut on YouTube.
It really was. Yeah.
It was my first video ever.
It was
Thank you for my career.
It was your debut to everything. I was we're at Target. Can I tag you? I'm gonna tag you. Later, it's just I just refresh her Instagram, watching the followers grow, because it was everyone's oh, she looks like Ariana Grande. She looks like Ariana Grande. It's Ariana Grande. Remember?
Those were the days.
The photo about the photo of us at the gas station.
When I reached 10K, she texted me, "You're welcome."
I did when when she got 10K. I was look, you have a K now. You're welcome.
Thank you for my first 10K. Oh my god.
Of course, you're welcome. The student becomes a master, and I couldn't have been more proud.
Well, thank you so much for having me on your channel.
Of course, thank you for coming.
I love you, and you guys, we filmed a video on my channel as well. Obviously, you know, you probably watched it because everyone is here because of my channel. So, okay, love you guys. What's your outro?
My outro is really, really fast. Are you ready for this? You have to mimic, okay? Alright, thank you guys so much for watching my YouTube video. Don't forget to follow me on social medias. I'll be linked down below. And up to my next video. Bye, guys.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you want to follow my social medias down below, thank you so much. Bye.
You did it! And that's that.